Hello people, viewer online here. Got a new video for you. Okay, normally I do theories about different series and stuff, but today I'm going to do something a little bit differently. I'm going to be talking about the new Super Smash Bros. Game. Yeah, I know, I'm a little late into the game with all this stuff, but I've been busy trying to get my book published. If you don't know, I've been writing a book for the past 12 years. Well, 4-book series, really. It's basically for the fantasy-loving genre like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Chronicles of Narnia, Percy Jackson, that kind of stuff. But more on that another time. So for today, I am joined with my brother, who has recently also started his own YouTube page as Professor G. Aim. Here's a link to his channel in case you're interested. He and I have been big fans of Super Smash Bros. Since we were kids, so say hi.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Oh, well, this was your idea, so I guess I'll kind of let you take the lead on this one.
Yeah, I mean, we grew up playing these games together, so I figured this would be a good video to discuss, because it's never really too late to talk about Smash Bros. But really quickly, I have to say that once my brother does finish his book, you should definitely check it out. He's always been an excellent storyteller since we've been kids. Always entertained me for hours and hours, so I know it's going to be a great book.
Thanks for that. Alright, so this is going to be a little different for me. Normally, my videos are pretty scripted, but this one's going to be completely unscripted. We're just going to kind of bounce things off each other, and we're going to actually have this be in 2 separate videos. The second video is going to be about the characters, mostly. Our thoughts and expectations and all the other stuff you would expect. So, just to keep this video from being too long, that's going to be a separate video. So, you can click on the link here if you want to just jump straight to that one. Because this one, we're mostly going to be talking about the stuff about the game, our expectations, and what we think might happen, what we'd like to see happen, and
yeah, first impressions, that kind of stuff. More so next video, I would say just call it top 10, but other things too, yeah.
Something like that. So, you want to lead us into this?
So basically, I mean, everyone freaked out when we knew that it was going to be released, so we both watched the video together.
Well, you've been, like, more into this stuff than actually, you've always been a bigger gamer than me.
True, yeah, that's fine. But we did watch the video together from E3. So what just was your first impressions on just the whole game itself, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, you know?
Well, I mean, like I said, we've always been a big fan of Smash Bros. I mean, I thought Melee was always my favorite one. I felt like they've gone a little bit downhill after Brawl. I feel like they're going a little bit too much sometimes. Or maybe a better way of saying it is, it almost feels like it's getting a little old. I mean, I like the new features and stuff that they put in and the updated graphics and stuff, but same game, more stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have to agree a little bit. I mean, when Melee came out, that was amazing, and then Brawl, I thought would just blew my mind. But then, for whatever reasons, I kind of got drawn away from the 4th one. And I think maybe it had to do because I only played with the 3DS and not the Wii U.
Well, it's kind of like what happened with Mario Kart and the Mario Party games. The first few, freaking awesome, but then just like, okay, yeah, I know, we know this.
Yeah, I think it at some points can get old, but I think there's a time period when they can just bring it back, and then it can just blow your mind again. So, like, for instance, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, like, I played that recently, and I was really happy with it. So, when it comes to this game, I'm really happy about this one. I'm really excited. I have the Switch, and again, maybe that's because I didn't have the Wii U, so that's why I couldn't get into it as much. But now that I have the Switch, I'm super looking forward to it. It looks awesome. So, my first impressions were great, I thought, personally. So, I mean, one of the big things about this new game is how everyone's back. That's the theme of this game. Sakurai wanted to include everybody that's always been in the game. So, what were your thoughts on that? Like, when you heard about that, what were your thoughts about that?
Well, I love the idea, because I mean, like, whenever, like, when one of the new ones came out and they, like, were missing certain characters, I'm like, oh, man, that sucks, because, I mean, I like having all the options available to me, and, like, especially when they introduced the Final Smash, I would have liked to have seen what some of the Final Smashes were for the characters that they excluded.
That's true, yeah, I mean, I didn't care about Pichu, of course. I mean,
yeah, like, some of the characters, like, were completely unnecessary, mostly the Echo characters. You know, I've never really been much of a fan of them, but yeah, Pichu was the worst. He's basically a weaker, slower version of Pikachu that hurts itself. I mean, what's the point of that?
We might get totally back to this. Some people love Pichu for whatever reason.
Yeah, no judgment. I mean, to each their own.
what I'm saying is though, like, yeah, when they cut people from games, or what you were saying, like, some of them didn't matter as much to me. Like, okay, you got rid of Pichu, no big deal. But like when they cut Wolf was my guy. I loved Wolf.
Well, again, he's pretty much an echo character of Fox and Falcon, but like certain, like when they cut Mewtwo, I mean, Mewtwo was a complete his own character. He had his own moveset, and everything, and you were actually missing something when he was cut out.
True.
As opposed to like when they replaced Young Link with Toon Link.
Yeah. So yeah, that is different. I'll argue that Wolf is slightly different enough, but that's okay. I know what you mean. But I think that it was Sakurai's best move possible he could have done.
Oh yeah. So do you think it's like just characters, or maybe maybe like they'll have the other past stages, like all past stages and stuff, and all past items?
Well, they're definitely doing that, and I think we're gonna get to that later. But yeah, there's over like 100+ stages now.
And then they got the final destination versions of them and stuff.
Right, the Omega Fields and Battlefields. I think that's a really cool idea. That's something I don't think they've done before. But yeah, I think this is definitely the smartest thing that Sakurai could have done in regards to like. This is a very, I feel like, fan-driven
service.
Yeah, like he really wants to please, and that's the best move he could have done. Now nobody can ever complain saying like you cut this character. It's because they're there. Everyone's there, and it's basically like a museum now. Everyone's ever been. So I think it's really smart. I think it's great. Everyone can be happy. No one can be sad, except for the new additional characters people complain about.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people complaining how the characters they wanted aren't going to be in there. Characters they don't want will be in there, but that's for the next video.
And also, I think it's great too because I never got to play the DLC characters for Wii U, so I think this is great because now I have an opportunity to do that because I never did that. So yeah, so speaking of characters though, what is going to be different about this one is that your first roster is going to be the original 8 from 64, which I thought was pretty cool.
They always did start with the original roster, just had others included.
Right, so this time it's strictly just that, and there's going to be unlocking throughout the game.
Well, so, that's one of the biggest things.
Right. So what are your thoughts on just the original 8, and then Sakurai saying like he wants to make it more streamlined and interesting to unlock the characters?
Well, again, it depends what his idea of that is. I mean, we all have different ideas. We'll be interested in unlocking. I kind of like the idea of doing challenges, but like some challenges when they're like so ridiculous or so you would never think to do something like that. Like I remember one of them was like. For Melee, it was like beating a game on normal during a certain time limit. In between a certain time, they can't go over, can't go under. It's just like, how are you supposed to know that? I mean, yeah, you could always go on the internet and see what other people are saying, how to unlock characters, but it's not fun. I like to actually know what the challenge is and then actually try and beat the challenge.
Yeah, I do remember there were some random ones like that. I can't recall what they are, but I liked that with I remember specifically mainly in Melee there were unique ways to unlock characters, and that's kind of what I hope for. I want it to be kind of like a challenge to unlock these characters. I don't want it to just be like, oh, you played 10 matches, here you go. Oh,
you played for 50 hours, and you got this guy now.
Well, I wouldn't even mind that. I actually kind of like that with Mewtwo. They did that. Remember that you had to play 20 hours.
I wasn't so fond of that idea.
Well, it was just the thing, like, as a challenge, like, I have to really, do all this stuff just to get this character. Like, I want it to be interesting and unique to unlock these characters, and that, it will take a while because there's 60+ characters, but I just don't want it to be just random stuff. Like, oh, you play this map, here you go. Like,
well, with this many characters to unlock, there's probably going to be some stuff like that.
Maybe, but we'll see what he does with it.
I just hope there's not too many Echo characters. I was never a fan of Echo characters. It's just a repeat of the. I mean, sure, you got somewhat. They're like Captain Falcon and Ganondorf. Yeah, their moveset is technically the same, but there was a difference to them. But if you could have characters like Mario, Dr. Mario, Link, Young Link 2, like that's just repeating. That completely unnecessary in my opinion. So what I was glad when I heard that Daisy was going to be added, but to learn that she was the Echo character of Peach, that was a letdown for me.
Yeah, I'm happy that Daisy's there because Daisy should be there, right? And I mean, if there were to be an Echo character, it makes sense that Daisy is an Echo character. It does make sense, but I could have wished that she was more like a sporty version of her, like she's kind of portrayed in the sport games and had her own moveset.
Because she's more of a tomboy.
Yeah, I think that would have been cool if they went that route, but it makes sense that they did an echo of Peach. Um, what I'm happy about is that they're finally just acknowledging that they're echo characters and not just saying, "Oh, here's a character," and just pretending that they're not a clone because they are clones. And clones, I'm sorry, suck. Um, no one, there's nothing more discouraging like, "Oh, I got this new character." Oh, it's just Marth in a new skin, basically. Yes, and I know they have different stats and whatever and stuff, but
We do have some pretty interesting new characters, though. I mean, obviously the biggest one is Ridley, of course.
yeah, that was a huge announcement. So yeah, of course, Ridley and the Inklings. So what were your thoughts on those two new guys?
Well, Inklings I can see, but Ridley, he really surprised me, especially with him being like one of the monster characters you fight in Brawl. I mean, I don't really see how he can and works as a Smash fighting character that you can play yourself. I mean, but it'd be interesting to see how they do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's videos online and showing that him playing right now, so it does work now. But I guess you're mainly thinking of the debate that's been going on for years of he's too big, no, they could shrink him, blah 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 blah. But I mean, I was really psyched to see Ridley personally. I mean, not in the sense that I'm passionate about Ridley. I never really even played the Metro game, so I don't really have this super big fan of Ridley or anything like that. I'm not a super big fan of Ridley or anything like that. But I was super happy to see it because what it shows to me is that Sakurai is listening and he wants to make us happy. Again, I think this is a very fan-driven game. So just to see that they overcame that challenge of shrinking him down because Sakurai said that wasn't possible before. So that he did the challenge just to make us happy. That makes me really excited to see, you know, that he's pleasing us and then what's going to come now, too. So I think that's really great. And with the Inklings, I just feel like I like the style of them, the inking the opponents that makes them take more damage. I want to see new, unique characters and new mechanics. So I like that's something new, obviously. Really, it's kind of like a creature beast. So like, there's not many of those characters. So I'm that's why I really want to see some new, interesting characters. So I've been very happy so far.
Yeah, we'll save the character stuff for the next video, but I also wanted to see interesting new characters, the new levels stuff, because I always liked finding new levels.
The one last thing, though, before we jump on it, is like, what do you think about Sakurai when he was saying in the video, he said that don't expect a lot of new characters. You know, apparently Sakurai is kind of known for trolling us a little bit. I don't really know if that's so true, honestly. But like, do you think we should take that at face value, or is he like just kind of keeping it hush hush and it surprises a lot of new characters actually?
Well, that's really hard to say because I mean, well, you pointed out that this is going to be sort of like a museum of characters. So if that's going to be the main theme, then maybe they won't have too many new characters, but again, they could be just surprising us. So it's really hard when someone is known for trolling to tell when they're being sincere about something, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, and I think you mentioned too in the past, like, what's considered too many characters. What's that number? We don't know what that is.
Well, that's why I don't like too many Echo characters, because they fill unnecessary roster spots when just pick the original character.
Yeah, and I know sometimes it has to do with development time and stuff, but I mean, if there's like at least a couple, decent amount, I'm gonna be happy. I don't need like 20 new characters. I'll be happy with a few, personally.
Okay, so that's basically our impression of what's to come and stuff. So again, let's talk about our expectations and stuff, because I mean, we said we'll keep characters for like a no video, because or else this one's going to run way too long. But I was also a fan of unlocking new levels and stuff. I always like finding new stages and stuff to battle on and dealing with the intricacies of what they involved with and adapting to fighting in them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the stages. Again, like I said before, with I didn't get to play the DLCs. I didn't get to play the Wii U stages, so I know they're bringing a lot of stages back. I assume from all the games, which would include the Wii U, so I get to play those games. And unlocking new maps is always a cool thing too. I remember 64, that Mario level that with the the piranha plants in it, whatever that one was called.
Yeah, that was awesome. Like unlocking something like that.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought we completed the game, and then one day we just happened to unlock that. I'm like, oh, there's still more, and that was so exciting. I remember. So even just unlocking stages is a cool thing. So I'm looking forward to, of course, the endless amount of stages.
You know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see like a Tetris level, like where the blocks come down, and you have to like climb up them. You can get crushed inside them or something.
Oh, so you're talking about different types of levels we would like to see. Okay.
Yeah, like based off their games and stuff.
Okay, that'd be cool. Yeah, I haven't really thought about what kind of levels I would like to see. Definitely probably levels that represent a character. Obviously, I guess that's kind of what they all do. But I don't know. It sounds like you had some ideas.
Yeah. Well, there's a whole bunch of different levels that they could do. But one feature that I hope that they really do bring back, because I was a big fan of this, was creating levels that you can create. And
that's right.
I had a lot of. I know you're not as big a fan of that as I was, but I love just making levels that we could do. And what I think would be really interesting is if they do something like they did for Mario Maker, where after you create a level, you could actually like upload it into some sort of public cloud or stuff that other people can play and download and stuff. I mean, I think that would be a really interesting feature if they did something like that. Yeah,
that would be really cool. I actually totally forgot about the building stages, which was on Brawl. I don't even know if they had it on the Wii U. They did it on the 3DS. So that would be really cool if they brought that back, and I'm sure they can advance it so much more. And yeah, that would definitely make sense if you could share it online.
Because it would also prevent the thing from getting old, because you can do all these experience all these new levels. Mario Maker was like a really interesting thing, how they made other people being able to make it and upload levels, and to add that feature, it's like almost an endless possibilities.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I know you could play I'm pretty sure you could play your stages on Brawl that you made with your friends. So I hope there is like an upload station where you can play, levels that other people made. That would be, I think that would be a really great idea.
So, but aside from levels, there's also like other items that they could use. Like I know like assist trophies. Those were interesting things that they could have in there. It's like I like to see different assist trophies. Like you have any idea what kind of assist trophies would you like to see? Maybe.
I haven't thought too much into what assist trophies I would like to see yet. Definitely when they add characters that maybe have a good rep, but maybe just weren't enough to be in the roster. That's always at least like, at least they kind of made it in that sense. Like Bomberman is a new assist trophy, so that's cool. I know some people wanted him.
Yeah, they like have things from like outside of the series sources, like from other popular games and stuff. Like, what if they have like a Five Nights at Freddy thing? Like you crack it open and then Freddy just like appears in front of the screen, and the screen is like a distraction or something, or like Angry Birds assist trophy. They start flying across the screen, or the Star Speeders from Paper Mario. That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be a cool one. Yeah, I think they should incorporate different games in assist trophy, like Tetris or something like that. That'd be cool, that kind of thing.
You know what I would really love to see? I'd love to see them just have an assist trophy of Carl from Llamas with Hats. Because I mean, there is that mobile app game for him where you like he headbutts characters. So like if he just walks across the screen and then he suddenly headbutts you if you get too close to him.
Yeah, I mean that's more of a YouTube sort of thing, so I doubt I would make it in there.
Carl!
Oh, and speaking of assist trophies, I just wanted to, since it's such a big topic online right now, what were your thoughts on Waluigi being an assist trophy and supposedly confirming
versus actual character? Well, yeah. I mean, might as well just make a character. Complete the Mario pack. They would have everyone there. Well, except for Toad, but he seems to be one of Peach's moves sets again.
Right. I would like to see Waluigi personally, but the fact that he's seen as an assist trophy is saying that you're not going to be in it now, and I don't know. Like, there's people that are still saying no. There's still faith. There's still a chance that he could be in it.
Maybe that's part of Sakurai's trolling.
I don't know. That's what that's what I'm saying. Like, would he really trick us like that? Maybe it's not a trick. Maybe he's like legitimately not wanting him in it, and then maybe he would change his mind if people react that way.
Could have been a beta version.
Who knows? I don't know. I just think it's interesting. If you're going to pick Daisy, you got to put in Waluigi,
and if he's an echo character of Wario,
right? Yeah, or something. But I don't know. There's got to be another Mario character. They can't have the last game without a new Mario character, and I don't think it's going to be just Daisy and Echo. I think they have to have a character. I'm taking it at face value, and hey, it's a Sis trophy. That means he's not in it. As much as I would like him, but yeah.
But like, what other items do you think could be used? I mean, obviously we'll have new Pokemon stuff up with
Sure.
It's over 700 and growing now. So Pokeballs were always my favorite items to use.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much always everybody's favorite. I'm sure they'll include plenty of newer Pokemon for the newer generations and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess with items, I haven't really thought of much either. Definitely incorporating as many items as possible.
I know that some people don't like items to say you should win with your own skills, but to me, like, items not only make it more interesting, it actually requires more skill because you have to adapt to use these items and to fight against someone else who's using the items. So to me, that even requires more skill. But I mean, to each their own, though.
That's true, and I mean, Sakurai says that Smash is supposed to be a party game, so having items includes, that fun feel to it, and also randomness too. So it kind of gives that that feeling of fairness for a skilled player or not as skilled player to get a comeback, sort of.
But now let's get to the biggest items, like the main items, the final smashes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's always good to see how they change it up and have a final smash that's kind of suiting. Like, happy to see, for instance, Luigi had the vacuum or whatever it's called. I forget now.
Well, one Days thing I thought was kind of stupid that he had.
What thing? The Days. Yeah, exactly. So it was nice to see what they're going to change in their final smashes and stuff. But what's interesting is that they're making it much quicker with the final smashes. So it's like final smash and then back to the fight. They want to focus on the fight, and so it's just a quick cutscene and then back to the game.
I didn't mind the little cutscenes and stuff, but
yeah,
like, are they gonna like shorten in certain final smashes? Like Rob's lasted for like a full 30 seconds or whatever.
Well, I think they're not going to even have smashes where it's like they alter their form and then they're part of the game now. I think it's meant to be like quick cutscenes and then back to the game.
Well,
At least that's what I've seen so far.
Like Fox with his Landmaster. Oh, I
Right.
hated Landmaster. That was such an OP thing. I mean,
Right.
you could easily kill a character 3 times. Boom, you run them over with Landmaster, blast them off. They're caught. They appear above you. Oh, you just fly straight up, kill them again. Oh, fly straight up, kill them again.
You're right.
That was ridiculous.
So that's why I think they tried to cut that. So now it's Fox is just a cutscene of him in his R-wing and just shooting and it's over. So I think I like that style. I didn't mind the old ones that took longer, but I think it's cool. I also like how they added the fake smash ball now. You remember seeing that?
Yeah, it blows up in your face.
No, I think if you saw. Remember, I think it kills you or hurts you or something like that if you break it open, yeah. But with this game, it seems like they're adding a lot of new features. So there's specifically some features for one-on-one battles, which I think is pretty cool. Like when you are going to knock somebody out, or there's like a point where you're going to do a lot of impact, like Captain Falcon's punch, it just zooms in and then focuses on that. I think
that would be that's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. And even like the silly little things, or not silly, simple little things, is just saying like stocks. You kill somebody, 3-2 stock now. They put it on the screen. I like that as a little feature. I think that's cool. And then lastly, the other new features, kind of like the looks, the customizations.
So like costume changes mostly?
Yeah, and just that. So specifically what I think of, like the Zelda characters, they all have a different costume or outfit or whatever you want to call it.
You could like really get creative with that, choosing interesting looks rather than just simply color change. Like they can have regular Mewtwo, or they can have Mewtwo as he appeared in his armor, or they could have Peach, and then they could have Pink Gold Peach, or Luigi and then Mr. L as he appeared in Super Paper Mario. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I like how they're trying to make it more different variety to kind of find the right one that you're looking for. Again, I think it's cool with the Zelda. They're having each game kind of like Zelda's from Link to a Past or Ganondorf's from Ocarina of Time's outfit. So I think that's cool. And I applaud them for even trying different things, like different voices for different Ikes. Even though you could barely tell the difference. They had 2 different voices, so I think that I just like the new features and stuff they're adding to the game.
At least now we can actually understand what some of the characters are saying.
True. I actually liked it when it was in Japanese. I was disappointed it was in English, actually, for whatever reason. But
you're a purist.
Yeah, I guess I do like the original of it, but yeah.
All right. Well, this video's getting a little lengthy, so let's just try and speed things up a bit. Get to the last couple things we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, just have barely anything left. The main thing I'm curious about, like, so just overall Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So what are your basic hopes? What do you want to get out of this game, and maybe what are you afraid might happen? What do you definitely not want to see, or what, whatever.
Well, I guess. What do I not want to see? Well, I'm not sure what to say. What I don't want to see, because I guess that was just not including my hopes and expectations that we put in. But I mean, they do seem to be bringing back a lot of stuff that we enjoyed in the past. And I'm hoping that they'll keep doing that and stuff. Like I hope they'll still have like the events mode, the events that they did and stuff, and also like the side things like the break the target. And I hope they bring back more of the platform, because I really like that in the original Smash Bros.
Yeah, nice. I was gonna say the same thing. Like, again, I don't know if that was on the Wii U, but that's something I missed. The platform and the break the targets, and which might be a lot because there's gonna be so many characters and I have one for all of them. But I really want to see something like that again. Maybe a different mode. So there's targets, platforms. I want to see something else too. That'd be cool.
Right. I'm still expecting Master Hand and maybe even Crazy Hand. But do you think there'll be a final boss again?
I feel like they gotta keep it going with what they've been doing. Master Hand. Oh, it's gonna be Sakurai as the final boss.
That'd be pretty awesome. But
You'd be crazy enough to do that, though, right?
Yeah, because they like had Giga Bowser and Melee. They had Taboo and Brawl. They had what was his the Dark Master? I forget his name. And like
oh yeah,
the other one. Oh, what did they do? Is like after you fight Master Hand, he like transforms into like a humanoid character, and you have to like fight him that way, like a regular Smash character,
like a Glover, like a mini version of him.
Yeah, something like that. That'd be kind of cool. But it's like he's not a unlockable character. It's just like
right. Interesting. Yeah. Maybe, who knows? But speaking of you bringing up Master Hand stuff, that brings me to like the modes and stuff. Like I want another story mode. That'd be cool. Like,
oh yes, definitely another story mode.
I wasn't crazy about Space Odyssey or anything like that.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I know. Some people liked, some people didn't. But I want to see something like that. That would be fun.
Well, at least like what they had in Melee, like a little level run through.
Yeah, that I like that in Melee. I thought that was cool. And I like
and the trophies, collecting trophies.
Of course, that's definitely going to be there. And events. I want to see events again. Like in Melee, they had when you're like super small and you have to fight a big character.
Well, that's what I meant when I said I hope that they have the event challenges.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did mention that. Yeah, because I thought Melee was really good, and then they did it in Brawl, but for some reason didn't.
Yeah, it didn't do as work as what I felt.
So I want to see that. I want interestingness with like single player kind of stuff, and yeah, I'm not really too. I don't really have any fears myself.
Well, what like for multiplayer mode? Like you could have everyone be big, everyone be metal, everyone be small, everyone be invisible, all those kinds of things.
Oh yeah, customization battles again. I hope they can do that on because we know that they're gonna implement. I think what is it in September the online feature for Nintendo now. So I imagine Ultimate is gonna really take advantage of that, and I hope they can add a lot of customizations and stuff like that. That'd be really cool. So yeah, and then. Last thing here, pretty much, is, this is Sakurai's ultimate work, hence the name Ultimate, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Magnum opus.
Yeah, so, like, is this pretty much going to be his last Smash? And then, if so, what's the future of Smash? Have you ever had any thoughts on that at all yet?
Well, I personally don't think they're ever going to stop doing Smashes. I mean, there's too much money, especially with new video games and then new ways old games are played and stuff. There's just too much money. They're never going to stop with Smash. They may not, I guess, try as hard, but they'll always like update characters and swap out new characters and stages and stuff. So I don't think there's ever going to be an end to it, even if this is Sakurai. He's going to basically just pass the baton off to someone else. But yeah, I don't think Smash Bros. Is ever going to stop.
Yeah, I think the baton will be passed on. I think this is Sakurai's last word. That's why he's cleaning everything, and he can just like retire on that. I think there might be a future of Smash though, with again passing the baton. But I don't think that person will continue in this direction with just keep adding more characters.
Yeah, they'll probably like keep like the original roster 10, maybe a handful of others, but then like the others, they'll just like be swapping them out or here and or all around.
Yeah, I'm thinking something like a complete reboot where they either got rid of everybody and had completely new characters. I'm sure they would have to keep like Mario, so maybe they would keep some originals, but maybe they would switch around his moves around, so it's still a completely new game. But like, you know, they're gonna have just new characters. Basically just a whole reboot, a new Smash, same game but new characters, so you don't have to. It's not gonna be, you know, bringing back Fox or Ice Climber. It's gonna be somebody completely new. And I think that's what's the future of Smash.
All right. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and find out. So, all right. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you're interested on what I have to say about the characters and maybe what characters we expect and how that might work and all the other stuff, here's a link once again to the next video. So we'll be focusing entirely on characters for that one. But hey, thanks for being here, bro.
Thank you for having me.
All right. I'll see you guys next time with some more theories. All right. Peace out.